Buongiorno, good morning. Expat Lifestyle with Bads here. I'm going to share with you my commute to the gym and work. And here's my transport. By the way, I've copped a little bit of grief about the two baskets. One of my colleagues said, oh, their nana wants their bike back. But it's functional, isn't it? It is functional. So I'm on Tornabuoni here. And what you find, it's about 10 past 6 in the morning. What you find is all the infrastructure, the cleaning, deliveries, it all happens quite early, as you can see here. It's just a great time to move around. There's no one here. This is the Piazza Santa Trinita. And we're coming up to the Santa Trinita Bridge. This little commute of mine, it's about 3 kilometres. I just find it so relaxing. And if I didn't enjoy this, there's something wrong with me, isn't there? Look, there's a few people out, aren't there, getting those early morning photos because the light in the morning is great for photography. The Ponte Vecchio there. And you know what? I ride over it every morning. There's normally a security car halfway along and often no one else on the bridge. Bit bumpy too on the bike. There we go, so there's security there. All to myself, except the security guard and one pedestrian. So here we go, looking back towards Santa Trinita Bridge. What a way to start the day. Yeah, there's a nice restaurant here in terms of location, looks spot on. Signorvino, I'm going to give that a go. Additionally, they've got a balcony that overlooks Ponte Vecchio, so I'm pretty keen to try that restaurant. I'll let you know how it goes. Back to my ride, I better watch where I'm going. So I'm off the cobbles now, and in a moment I'll be on a bike track. But very little traffic around, there's people out running. Hey, aren't they good? But it's interesting, I do see the same people walking and jogging each morning. We are creatures of habit, aren't we? And I'm very much wired like that too. Love my routines. Okay, just so I'm off the road now, on the bike track. Arno there, looking around the skyline. Oops, sorry, better watch where I'm going. Yeah, so today at the gym, do I do a bike session or some weights? It is a weights day, I'm just not feeling it. It's a well-used path, this one. Afternoons, busy with tourists and people exploring, and in the morning, the hardcore team out running. Okay, so this bike track continues for about another K and a half, I guess, as we move out of the historical centre of Florence. So this area of Florence, this side of the Arno, is called San Nicolo, and you walk through San Nicolo to head up to the Piazzale Michelangelo, the lookout, which you must do if you're in Florence, particularly on sunset. Big crowds up there. It is a lovely sight. In fact, I think it was better being up there than the top of the Duomo, which I've done as well. And the great thing is, every morning is different. Look, this was yesterday. I just have to show you a little earlier in the morning. Wow, just like riding into the sunset, except it's sunrise. Just got to pay attention at this road crossing. Get back on the track. Oh, took that a bit wide, sorry. So this section of the bike track goes for about half a K. You can just see the next bridge in the background. And then I'm on the road again for a short time before I reach the gym. Now, as I said, it's a wonderful way for me to start the day. It's just so relaxing, It is a mindful experience for me. I'm not concerned about getting there fast or breaking records. I'm just rolling along, enjoying the moment. Hey, look, I always remind myself where I am here in Florence. Never become complacent about that. Back on the road now. This section's a bit faster, downhill. I need to be switched on. Car doors opening, etc. You just got to be careful. Oh, I should have shown you this one. Just went past too quickly. The Sfuso, the bulk wine shop. The local wine that's sold direct, in bulk, so it cuts out the middleman, a bit cheaper. You take your empty bottles there to get refilled. I love it. I'm going to have an episode related to all things wine, and I'll share the Sfuso in this story with you too. As I said just before, some great cafes around here too. And there's a big co-op supermarket. That's where my wife and I get our, do our bigger shop, groceries and whatnot. This road actually takes you out to the main transport route to Siena. Siena's about 50k away. Not that I'm riding there this morning. So Siena in southern Tuscany, it's just a wonderful part of Italy, that southern Tuscan area, Siena, San Gimignano, and so on. Just beautiful. Hey, look, in about 2 weeks' time, during spring break, my wife and I are driving down to this same area, southern Tuscany. We're going to stay at Pienza and Monteregione, two beautiful medieval towns, also in the heart of Tuscany, southern Tuscany. World Heritage listed areas. The old Ironman bag. Did you know triathlon was a big part of my life for many, many years. Haven't done a tri since pre-COVID. But the Ironman events, 17 I did. I don't know why, I'm silly, aren't I? I'm silly. Anyway, here's the entrance to the gym, the fitness centre. 2 hands on the wheel now. My gym. It's a great setup for me. It's very spacious inside, lots of equipment, swimming pool, and I've got a pretty good deal with membership from what I've found out with some of my colleagues joining up later. So I joined up last summer, early August, paid about €830. Okay, so I finished the workout, did the bike session. It's not a big session, but the key is for me, frequency. I don't miss too many, and I've missed too many over 40 years actually. Right, so I didn't tell you, €830, that's for the year. So look, I'll do an episode on all things fitness in Florence coming up, so look out for that. But keep in mind, if you're in Florence only for 2 or 3 days, you're going to be paying €20. That's a bit too much, isn't it? Now, tonight, I am going to go to that restaurant, Signorvino. So, I'll see you at the restaurant. Buonasera. You never get tired of that view. And that table on the corner, that's the one I'm after. It's a little restaurant called Signorvino. So I'm at Signorvino, Mr. Wine. Have a look at my view. I'll switch the camera around shortly. What a view. So, as I pan around, things to look for: the rower and also the rowing sheds built into the river wall underneath the road. And there's another rower there, see? At night. Fantastic. So look, we've just ordered a drink. I've sipped with my standard red. A little bit of nice fresh breads come out too. Now I'm just going to take you through our meals tonight and let you know, is this worthy of a visit if you're only in Florence for 2 or 3 nights. But in terms of the setting, you can't beat it. Just to start with, we've made a selection to share. So we've got a savoury vegetarian pie there, and then we've got a fried selection. 3 items here: pumpkin flowers in a durum wheat crust. Then we have some original stuffed Ascolana olives with an arancini rice, and underneath some dumplings with a minced meat filling. Finally, meatballs in a tomato sauce served with Genoese focaccia. A beef tagliata, scottana beefsteak, served with oven-roasted seasonal vegetables. Have a look at this. Looks lovely, the meat, so tender. And it's paired with a vento di terra, nebbiolo. And on the plate opposite me, some roasted vegetables. Just quietly, a little bit boring. So the spritzolina, like a biscuit. We've got the cheesecake right there and the tiramisu right here.
I take picture of both.
A recap from the Signorvino. It was a pretty good meal, and look, the outlook, you can't beat it. So all up, you saw the meals we had there. So 95 euro. You pay a bit extra for that vantage point, don't you? But look, the food was lovely. I'd certainly go back again. And if you're visiting and it's within your budget range, yeah, go there for sure. Expat Lifestyle with Bads. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I certainly did. I must admit, I'm just loving finding these little restaurants and giving them a try and doing a little review for you. Some of them are getting a bit expensive, I must say. So I've got that in mind too, and I've got some cheaper options that I want to show you and share with you. So look out for those in future episodes. Speaking of episodes coming up, I'm planning to do something all things wine in Florence and the fitness scene in Florence. And also, look, I have been down to Siena and San Gimignano, southern Tuscany, but I've got a 2-night stay coming up in Pienza and Monteregione. It's in that classic part of Tuscany, you know, those scenes you see in Hollywood movies. Well, I'm really looking to sharing that with you too. So look out for those episodes. And please, thumbs up, subscribe, bell notifications on. Expat Lifestyle with Bads. See you next episode. Ciao.